Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered how many people are staring back at you? Chances are that more than a few of them are gazing up from India, the world's second most populous country and home to 1/6 of all humanity. The ancient Indian civilization was home to some of the world's first cities, its first universities, and some of its first great works of literature. And although India has been occupied by outside powers throughout much of its history, it still managed to produce some of the greatest empires and influential religions the world has ever seen. But India's population is just one of its superlatives. It is also the 7th largest country in the world by area and the 2nd largest by land area among democratic countries. These rulers came from Central Asia and the Middle East, and they brought with them new cultural influences that blended seamlessly with local traditions. Known as the Vijayanagara Empire, this Hindu dominion lasted from 1336 to 1646 and was noted for its wealth and cultural achievements. The empire's capital city, Hampi, was a center of trade and scholarship, and its rulers were patrons of the arts and sciences. Located in the northernmost part of the Indian subcontinent, Kashmir was a center of trade between India, Central Asia, and the Middle East throughout its history. The kingdom was ruled by a number of different dynasties, including the Hindu Kushan Empire, the Muslim Shah Miri dynasty, and the Sikh Empire. Despite these changes in leadership, Kashmir remained a center of learning and culture. At their peak in the 10th century, the Cholas controlled much of the Indian peninsula and were renowned for their wealth and power. Like the Cholas, the Pandyas were patrons of the arts and built impressive temples such as the Nelayapar Temple at Tirunelveli. They also made significant contributions to literature, with the epic poem Silappatikaram being one of their most famous works. The state's strategic location on the Silk Road made it an important trading post between India and Tibet. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel for more informative content. Until next time. In the 18th century, Sikkim became a British protectorate, and in 1947, it was incorporated into independent India. Today, Sikkim is known for its stunning natural beauty, with the Himalayas forming a backdrop to its lush green hills and valleys. The Pandyas were known for their love of elephants and used them extensively in warfare. They also maintained a strong navy and engaged in trade with other kingdoms in the region. Under the reign of Raja Chola, the empire expanded to include the Maldives, Sri Lanka, and parts of Southeast Asia. Its history dates back to the 7th century BCE when it was known as Latsho. The kingdom's strategic location made it a target of outside invaders, including the Tibetans and the Mongols. In the 17th century, Bhutan was unified under the rule of Ingawang Namgyal, who is considered the spiritual father of modern Bhutan. He introduced a new legal code and administrative system and also built jongs, or fortresses, to protect Bhutan from outside invaders. Since then, Bhutan has remained isolated from the rest of the world, preserving its unique culture and traditions. The Cholas were patrons of the arts and built magnificent temples such as the Brihadisvara Temple at Thanjavur. They also made significant contributions to poetry, music, and dance. It was here that the famous NCRT text was written in the 2nd century BCE, and where the philosopher Abhinavagupta developed the doctrine of Kashmir Shaivism. They built magnificent temples and encouraged the study of Sanskrit and other ancient texts. Although located thousands of miles away from mainland India, the Majapahit rulers considered themselves to be the rightful heirs to the ancient Javanese kingdoms, and they sought to revive Indian culture in their domains. They built magnificent temples and encouraged the study of Sanskrit and other ancient texts. The empire reached its peak in the 14th century under the reign of Hayam Wuruk, who was considered a divine king by his subjects. According to legend, Hayam Wuruk reigned for 51 years, and during his rule, the Majapahit Empire encompassed all of the islands of Indonesia and parts of Malaysia and Singapore. Under their rule, South India enjoyed a golden age that saw the rise of great poets, philosophers, and scientists. According to Buddhist tradition, the kingdom was founded by a Lashavi king named Gunakamadev. However, archaeological evidence suggests that humans have inhabited the region for at least 10,000 years. Over the centuries, Nepal was ruled by various dynasties, including the Karati, the Thakuri, and the Malla. In the 18th century, the Shah dynasty unified Nepal and established it as a modern state. Today, Nepal is known for its stunning natural beauty, with the Himalayas forming a backdrop to its lush green hills and valleys. The most notable of these was Madhvacarya, who founded a new school of Hindu theology known as Madhism. During their reign, Indo-Islamic architecture flourished, as did trade with the Middle East and Africa. Founded in 1526 by Babur, a descendant of Genghis Khan, the empire stretched from the Hindu Kush mountains in the northwest to the Bay of Bengal in the east. At its peak in the 17th century, the Mughal domains included most of the Indian subcontinent. The empire was known for its incredible architecture, such as the Taj Mahal, as well as its religious tolerance. Mughal rulers often employed Hindus and Sikhs in important positions, and they generally allowed people to practice their religion freely. However, the empire's vast size and wealth eventually led to its downfall as various European powers began to encroach upon its territory. The Delhi Sultanate also saw the rise of prominent Sufi saints like Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti, whose teachings promoted harmony between different religions. However, towards the end of the 12th century, the first great Mongol hordes began to sweep across northern India, sacking and pillaging as they went. This led to a period of instability and strife that would last for centuries. Long before the Roman Empire or the Egyptian kingdoms, there existed in the northwestern region of the Indian subcontinent an advanced civilization unlike any other, known as the Indus Valley Civilization. This culture flourished between 3300 BCE and 1300 BCE, with its most notable cities being Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. The cities boasted straight and wide roads, along with public buildings and an advanced sewage system. Archaeologists have also discovered that each city had a central bath or well, suggesting that the civilization practiced communal bathing and rituals. These two cities were part of a larger network of settlements stretching from what today is Pakistan through India and to the western edge of the Gangetic Plain. Although we don't know exactly how the civilization functioned or what caused its eventual collapse, evidence suggests that it was home to merchants and traders who may have played a role in the development of early human society. But this South Asian nation is perhaps best known for its incredible history, which stretches back thousands of years. The subcontinent was divided into several small kingdoms until the Gupta Empire rose to power in the 4th century CE, known as the Golden Age of India. This era saw the emergence of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism as major religions. It also saw the invention of the decimal system, which revolutionized mathematics by introducing the concept of zero. The Gupta Empire was eventually conquered by the Muslim invaders in the 12th century, but its legacy lived on in the art, architecture, and culture of India. Many of the temples and monuments built during this period are still standing today, such as the Taj Mahal, one of the world's most famous landmarks. So join us as we look at 12 signs that ancient Indians were way ahead of their time. Number 1, the Indus Valley Civilization. Number 2, the Mauryan Empire. Following the collapse of the Ashoka, the Great Mauryan Empire in the 3rd century BCE, India fell into a period of political fragmentation. 3, the Delhi Sultanate. After the fall of the Guptas, India was ruled by a series of Muslim dynasties known collectively as the Delhi Sultanate. Number 4, the Vijayanagara Empire. While the Delhi Sultanate was ruling over northern India, another powerful kingdom was rising in the south. 5, the Mughal Empire. The Mughal Empire was one of the most powerful and influential dynasties in Indian history. Number 6, the Kingdom of Kashmir. The Kingdom of Kashmir is one of the oldest continuous states in the world, with its origins dating back to the 4th century BCE. Number 7, the Kingdom of Majapahit. The Majapahit Empire was a powerful Hindu kingdom that arose in the 13th century on the island of Java in Indonesia. Number 8, the Kingdom of Nepal. The small Himalayan kingdom of Nepal has a long and fascinating history that dates back to the 4th century BCE. Number 9, the Chola dynasty. The Cholas were a Tamil dynasty that ruled over the southern Indian kingdom of Cholas from the 3rd century BC to the 13th century CE. Number 10, the Pandya dynasty. The Pandya dynasty was a Tamil dynasty that ruled over the southern Indian kingdom of Pandya from the 3rd century BC to the 3rd century CE. Number 11. The Kingdom of Bhutan. Bhutan is a small Himalayan kingdom nestled between India and China. Number 12. The Kingdom of Sikkim. Sikkim is a small state in northeast India, but its history dates back to the 12th century when it was known as Mongkog. Which of these ancient Indian civilizations did you find the most fascinating? Let us know your thoughts. Thank you for watching.